it's LegitLovely. Welcome back to the channel. So, as you guys know, I've done quite a few Sims 3 mod review videos or must-have mods type videos on the channel, but they were quite a while ago. I think my must-have mods for the Sims 3 video is either a year and a half to 2 years old, which was like right when I started my channel because I just had my 3-year anniversary. So it was a while ago. But one of the mods that I really focused on in my must-have mods video was Master Controller, and I found that when I described it in my must-have mods video and in my sliders tutorial, things were a little unclear. So what I wanted to do in today's video is go over everything again, give you guys a better tutorial on how to install Master Controller, and get started from there. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to install Master Controller integration, show you guys my settings for Master Controller, and give you guys little tips and tricks on how to use the mod. Mod's very vital. It's basically the MC command center for The Sims 3. Well, it's the MC command center mod for The Sims 4, but in The Sims 3. Different makers, different mod makers, but it ultimately does the same thing. So without further ado, let's get started. So there's going to be links to everything that you need in the description below, both the Master Controller and the Master Controller integration mods. So starting with the Master Controller mod, it says that this mod adds countless options that allow you to easily control and change just about anything about Sims in your town, featuring a robust filter system to allow you to find the Sims you want to target and execute actions on. And then in the note, it says Master Controller has the ability to increase the maximum allowable sliders possible in each facial panel. There's also a setting available to increase the maximum range of the sliders themselves, and the rest of the stuff, which I'm going to be showing you how to change the maximum slider range. You can make it past 100 with the integration mod, which I'm also going to be showing you guys how to use. So what you want to do is hit download for patch 1.67/69. Make sure that you obviously have one of these game modes. Most oftentimes than not, you'll have 0.69. I'm running a little bit of an older version, simply because I needed it for a mod or something. You might have to right click, open in a new tab. Sometimes the download is a little funky, so make sure you download this zip file. Then what you're going to want to do is go to the second link in the description and download the integration mod. So it says this mod replaces all the cast interactions in the game with the one managed by Master Controller, including the Create a Sim button and Edit Town. It's an optional module, and as such, you must have the base mod. Please keep in mind that you do need the base mod. Obviously, that's why I'm telling you to download both. Download for Master Controller 1.34. Now that you have these two files, what you're going to want to do is open both of them. Go to your mods folder in The Sims 3. So that is, it'll work if my documents will work. That is Documents, Electronic Arts, Sims 3, Mods. And then if you have CC Magic, it'll be Packages. What I do is I do not merge any mods, so do not merge these with CC Magic. Make a separate folder in your mods folder called either Game Mods, NRAS, Drag and Drop Master Controller, and Drag and Drop Master Controller Integration, and then start up your game, and I will show you guys what to do from there. There's two methods I'm going to show you. The first method I'm going to show you is how to use Master Controller on a new save and how to use Master Controller on an existing save. So let's get right into that. So on an existing save, what you're going to want to do is enter the save, left click on your sim, and then it takes a little bit sometimes depending on how many mods you have. It shouldn't take too long. So left click on your sim, hit NRAS Master Controller. That'll only show up if everything is installed correctly. Now the few things that I use via this menu are advanced. I'll reset the sim if the sim gets stuck when I'm posting or whatever, or edit and create a sim. And then stylist, if you enter stylist mode, it's just a version of CAS where you only have makeup, accessories, and hair. So that's helpful to know. Let me just switch from my window capture. There we go. So that is what stylist mode is. But if you want to go into create a sim, you can do that. I like doing it that way rather than clicking on a dresser or whatever. A lot of people do the same thing with MC Command Center in The Sims 4. Just find it very helpful to be able to go into CAS rather than normal dresser mode or whatever, so that way you can change sliders, skin tones, anything like that if you ever need to. Stylus mode is helpful if you have a lot of CC and you don't want to change any sliders, but a lot of the times accessories you're going to use, makeup you're going to use, hair you're going to use, you're going to have to change the sliders a bit. So I tend to just go into Master Controller directly. So once you're in CAS, what you're going to want to do, if the mod's installed correctly, you're going to right click on these 3 dots. These are my custom settings. Things might look a little different, and I'm going to go over the settings very quickly. So for slider multiples for body and face, I have them set to 5 times. So that means that the numbers that the sliders go by will be 5 times. So it'll be like 5, 10, 15. It'll apply the sliders at a 5 times multiple. This multiple's up to you. I believe it goes up to 20. I try and stay between 5 and 7 because I like to have a good multiple, but not too much or too little. So 5's a really good number, but you can always experiment with that. You guys often ask how my swatches for clothing aren't this one single swatch. It doesn't show everything like this. It kind of tends to, I don't know if it'll show it, if it'll load properly. It'll kind of compact like this rather than show all the swatches. And then when you click on it, it'll show all the swatches. That is what the compact form thing is. So I set that for accessories and clothing to true. Hats, not really important. And then multiple makeup and multiple accessories always set to true. That means if you have 2 things in the eyeshadow category that you want to use, you can use them both. Or 3 or 4, how many? Just be careful. And same with accessories. Say you have multiple earrings you want to use, or multiple nails, or multiple wrist accessories. Maybe one's a nail, maybe one's a ring. That take up the same slot or a bone assignment, and you want to use both of them. Max sliders and Create a Sim. Since I have almost 320 custom sliders, and you figure 20 to 50 base game sliders, I usually set my max sliders in cast at 500. That is how many sliders will be actively working. 500 is a good number. Just make sure it's at least 100 to 150 higher than the amount of custom sliders you have to compensate for the base game sliders. I disabled the clothing filter only for everyday because I personally only take pictures, so I only use the everyday outfit. Basically what this does is it unlocks every swimwear, sleepwear, outerwear, etc. for every day. So everything that you have in your Create a Sim, no matter what outfit category it's for, will show up in every day. It's very helpful, if you have something that you don't want to go all the way to swimwear for, you just want to use every day, that's what you can do. So that is basically the stuff that I have for my settings. I'm going to show you guys how to enter that CAS menu from a brand new save because it is a little different, but let's get right into that. Okay, so when you enter a new save, if you try and just click Create a Household from here and you right click on those 3 dots in CAS, Master Controller will not work. So you have to left click on these 3 dots and go into Edit Town. From here, you can obviously move in a household and go to advanced, or click on your sim, NRAS, Master Controller, Advanced, Edit and Create a Sim, then edit the settings, or you can make a new household only from Edit Town. You cannot do it directly from the main, welcome to the town menu. I want to make that very clear because a lot of people, don't take into consideration that. I want to mention that the integration mod will only work from Edit Town. The Master Controller mod will only work from Edit Town and not an existing household if you have the integration mod, which is why I very highly recommend the integration mod, so you don't have to always place down a household, then go to NRAS, Master Controller, Advanced, Create a Sim, and then set the settings, because if you have integration, you can do it right from the Edit Town, menu. So, obviously, once you start a new household, left click or right click on the options menu, and obviously my settings are already set. So if you have 2 saves for Sunset Valley, for example, if you have 2 saves for a world and you set your CAS settings in one of those saves, usually any save you make for that specific world will keep the settings. It's wishy-washy, it doesn't always work, but for example, I have two saves of this world, and they both have my CAS settings in them, so when I made this new world, they kind of carried over. Don't count on that. Don't just start making your sim right away. Always check your NRAS settings, your Master Controller settings, because things may have changed. But that is really it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was able to help you. If I was able to, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on all my social medias. They're, as always, conveniently linked in the description below. If you aren't already using my Fortnite supported creator code in the item shop, it's just LegitLovely. Doing so really does help me out, and I would really appreciate it. My graphic design commissions are open. Portfolio link in the description. And if you'd like to purchase anything, DM me on Twitter or Instagram at LegitLovely. My Discord is still open. Invite link is in the description and on the screen right now. And I think that's really all I had to say. So, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay lovely, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye, everyone.